Next is number 46 on the docket.
Okay.
Just one moment. Is this the Richard? No, I have to give this to the judge. Is this the Richard ID? Signing date 4/15.
Judge, while Ms. Varakis signs the plea agreement, I would represent to the court that this is going to be a slight downward departure.
And on what basis?
A negotiated plea agreement.
Judge Rudy Harper, on behalf of Ms. Varakis, before the court on 22 CF 2322, 23 CF 1067, and 22 CF 2327. Sorry. She's going to admit the violation of probation and enter a plea of no contest with respect to the new law charge. On 22 CF 2327, she'll be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 11 months and 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail, credit for all time served to run concurrent, cost to judgments, revoke and terminate prior supervision. That's her VOP.
Concurrent with what?
The remaining charges, Judge.
Okay.
With respect to 23 CF 1067, counts 1 through 4, which are all felonies, adjudication of guilt, 24 months Department of Corrections, credit for all time served to run concurrent, should be assessed court costs. We're asking that those costs go to judgment. In 23 CF 1067, counts 5 through 7, which are misdemeanors, being adjudication of guilt, credit for time served to run concurrent. And as the state mentioned, this is a stipulated downward departure pursuant to plea negotiations. May I approach?
Yes. State, is that the agreement?
That's the agreement.
And is the defense okay with the score sheet?
Yes, Judge.
So, Ms. Varakis, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement,
Yes, sir.
and it's those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you've signed. So I just want to make sure if you read this and gone over it in detail with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
You sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Because importantly, you're waiving some valuable legal rights in order to come to this arrangement. You're waiving the right to go to a trial and force the state to prove their case. You believe this plea agreement is in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
And nobody threatened or coerced you to get you to enter into this?
No, sir.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement. And the court will sentence you as follows. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on all charges, all counts. There's 8 counts. In 22 CF 2327, court will sentence Ms. Varakis to 11 months, 29 days in the county jail. You get credit for all time served, and you'll revoke and terminate any supervision. So no more probation. And then the other charge, the new law charge, 23 CF 1067, counts 1 through 4. Again, adjudication of guilt, sentenced 24 months in the Department of Corrections. And it'll be concurrent with, and this is important to make sure and note, concurrent with other counts in 1067, but also concurrent with 2327, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the maximum amount, the total amount, is basically 24 months. Those will all run together. Again, with credit for time served, counts 5 through 7, which are all misdemeanors, adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. You are required to pay standard court costs and fees, which are what? Oh, yeah, put it down. 615 court costs, $150 cost of defense.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Any question, ma'am?
Judge,
Yes.
can the state hear the 3 case numbers one more time? I just want to make sure they're
There's 2
right.
case numbers, 22 CF 2327 and 23 CF 1067. 1067 has 7 counts. 4 counts of possession of a controlled substance and then 3 other misdemeanors.
Yes, Judge.
Am I missing something?
There is a third case that was supposed to be wrapped up in this, so it was a global offer.
Sure.
So there's a third felony case. Can I have a moment to speak with Mr. Harper to
Sure.
make sure that we're doing this correctly?
Sure.
We passed, Judge, I think that's our intent to resolve everything. If I left the case off, we'll get that sorted out.
Right, and certainly the offer is the exact same, we just need to write it up and make sure that we're doing this properly.
You want to pass over this for today, since they're, or come back on Friday?
No, Judge, I think I can do it in a matter of maybe
Okay,
10
that's
minutes.
fine. We'll have to bring her back out then.
I think what happened was that third case didn't get set for today, and there was a mistake.
Okay.
Thank you.
Come back in.
It's not on the docket, but I found it.
Yeah, we don't have anything else on the
Yes,
docket.
Judge, and I apologize, I should have double checked.
That's all right.
Judge, this is Nicole Howell. She is number 49 on the docket.
Yep.
She's before the court on 24 CF 95. At this time, she's going to withdraw her previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest. If I can have her sign it. This is what she's going to do. Sign the date there.
See her rights for Thursday. Her, to figure out her vehicle.
It will be adjudication of guilt. She'll be placed on 12 months of drug offender probation with a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew, adjustable for work, followed by 12 months of probation on the felony counts, and 11 months and 29 days of probation to run concurrent. So a total of 2 years of supervision. She'll be assessed $615 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, attending completed substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment. Evaluation to occur within 30 days, treatment within 60 days, do 24 hours of community service work, maintain employment or 3 job applications per week. Judge, if you may approach, I don't have the score sheet, but I believe the state will be filing later. This is not a downward departure, now stipulate to the score sheet.
Very good. State in agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Howell, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. I see those terms are contained in the written plea agreement. And you've signed it, so have you read this closely? Gone over it with your attorney?
Yes.
Had all your legal questions answered about this?
Yes.
You understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're waiving the right to go to a trial, waiving some other legal rights as well. You've gone over all that with your attorney? This will be a final resolution of this case. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You believe this is in your best interest?
Yes.
So you're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement, and there'll be an adjudication of guilt. And for each of the 2 possession charges, which are felony charges, the court is sentencing the defendant to 12 months drug offender probation with a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Curfew, adjustable for work purposes, and then followed by 12 months probation. Is that straight probation?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so those are for each of those 2 counts running concurrent.
Yes, and consecutively.
So, okay, so I'm a little confused.
It will be the 12 months drug offender probation followed by 12 months of reporting probation.
So one of the possession charges is the drug offender, one is the straight probation, and they're consecutive?
If I may clarify, Judge,
Okay.
with respect to both of the felony counts, her sentence would be concurrent, and the sentence would be 12 months drug offender probation followed by 12 months of
Okay.
regular probation.
So each of them have basically 2 years of probation?
Yes, sir.
And they're running concurrent. So it's a total of 2 years, but it's drug offender probation a year, standard a year. right? Is that your understanding, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what the court's ordering, and then the misdemeanor will be, the third count will be 11 months, 29 days, so 1 year of probation. And importantly, there's got to be a drug abuse evaluation and follow-up with treatment within 60 days, community service hours, maintain employment or applications. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Meet up with your with probation as soon as you get out. If you can't do it today, do it first thing in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
Next is Johnson.
Judge, I think this might be Gabrielle Johnson.
Yes.
Judge, she is number 52 on the docket. We filed a motion to withdraw last week due to a conflict with a current client. If it's possible, if we can set her for the next miscellaneous date so she can be appointed her next attorney. And that,
Well, you can appoint, have you filed the motion to withdraw?
yes, Judge, it's been filed. I believe April the 9th.
It probably has been entered. Signed all the orders unless it's in limbo. Martin knows. Okay.
Notes.
Okay. Yeah, this is a brand-new case anyway, so we'll just continue it until 6/12 at 9 a.m.
When he goes to DC, we can ask for a hearing.
Next is going to be Gaylord.
Judge, next is Ann Gaylord. She's number 75, I believe, on the docket. I think the public defender withdrew off of their case, and I was appointed to that. Ms. Gaylord?
Okay.
If this is still what you want to do,
Sir?
sign and date there, okay? She's before the court on 23 CF 2732. 415. Judge, Ms. Gaylord at this time is going to withdraw her previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest, be a withhold of adjudication. She'll be placed on 2 years of probation on the felony count. $615 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment, evaluation within 30 days, treatment within 60, 24 hours of community service work. There is 11 months and 29 days of probation on count 2, which is a misdemeanor to run concurrent. If you may approach, Judge. This is a first offense, and she does not score out. The state will follow a score sheet later.
Yes, the state will file a score sheet today.
Very good. Ma'am, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So it's a stated agreement.
Yes, Your Honor, the state is in agreement.
Ms. Gaylord, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. I see those terms are contained in the written agreement that you've signed. Just want to make sure you read it closely and gone over it in detail with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Understand that by entering this, you're waiving the right to go to a trial and waiving some other valuable legal rights in order to get a final resolution here today.
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this, you are bound by the terms of the plea agreement, but you're not going to have to go to trial any further.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nobody threatened to coerce you to get you to enter into this today.
No, sir.
Okay, based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be a withhold of adjudication on both counts, and you'll be sentenced to 2 years probation on the felony count of possession, along with standard court costs, substance abuse evaluation and recommended treatment within 60 days, and 24 hours community service. For the possession of paraphernalia, which is a misdemeanor, you're sentenced to 29 months probation in count 2, and it'll run concurrent, so it'll be a total of 2 years probation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm not certain if there are gonna be more females or.
No, I'm bringing up the two that require interpreter.
It's fine. See?
Hola, buenas.
Díaz.
Pase por aquí, por favor. Your Honor, this is, excuse me, this is Yaren Diaz Nunez, 2024 CF 0054. Your Honor, I've spoken with ASA Basso on this case, and I have a stipulated order pertaining to the depositions of minor alleged victims here. I sent this to Ms. Basso, and she's reviewed it. Excuse me, the alleged victim in this case is a minor, and I would like to depose her. So if it's okay with you, I can approach with this.
And Your Honor, the state has reviewed it, though we do understand under the statute it does require the court to review and determine whether or not it is appropriate to grant that deposition or not. But the state is not opposing it based on the information that we have provided at this time.
You need to file it, file the motion, get it into the portal so I can look at it and review it.
Okay, would you like a copy now as well, or just in the form? Okay, then I'll file it
Thank you, Your
as
Honor.
soon as we sit down.
Yeah, and you can follow up with it, you know, if you,
Yes, and then as soon as, probably
make sure
tomorrow,
when you
we'll
send it over to indicate that the state is not opposed to it.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I can follow that up to Ms. Van Balkstel, just confirming that as well when I see that.
Sure. Okay.
So if we could continue the case then so that we can do the depositions.
That's without objection, Your Honor.
We'll continue this matter until 6/12 at 9 a.m. It'll be the next pretrial.
Thank you.
Next is Irazo.
Okay, Your Honor, this client I was not informed was available. I'm going to need him to go back so we can work on a possible agreement today. Can I have Raza Vasquez go back and I'll get with the interpreter? I didn't know he was available yet.
Va a regresar y nos vamos a juntar con usted en la sala confidencial con su abogado porque tiene que hablar con usted.
Okay, let me give him a proposed agreement to be have in his hands. Sorry about that, Judge. I asked if I didn't realize we had any of our clients here yet.
He's the only one because.
Yeah, I got you.
Interpreter.
I understand, sir. I'll just be right around. Thank you.
Mr. Harper, what are we going to do? We're going to do some of your other inmates, or
Yes, Judge, I can proceed forward with the other inmates.
Ms. Farkas?
Yes, I'm sorry, I have a female inmate who wasn't labeled as a female inmate on the list. Can I bring her later?
Yeah, I'm just going through.
Okay.
Once we bring them up, then we'll.
Works for me.
Mr. Harper, you may
They
proceed.
loaded all of, he is going straight under this. For me,
Yeah.
that's.
You're doing Adams.
Wait a minute, yes, Judge. Mr. Adams is number 34 on the docket. Judge, we had depositions on this matter. Additionally, I provided the state with some reciprocal with respect to this. There's an affidavit, and I just today provided Ms. Sharpless with the name and phone number of that particular witness with respect to the affidavit. If we can bring Mr. Adams back on the very next miscellaneous, I'm hoping to resolve this with a plea. I think all the parties would like to close this, and I think we're closer.
We'll come back on 5/16 at 9 a.m.
Mr. Feckety's gonna be next, Mr. Clark said.
Okay.
So we'll hold him.
Yeah.
Feckety.
Judge, I think Mr. Feckety is next, number 43 on the docket. He's before the court on 23 CF 2817. Sign. It's 415. Very bottom, yeah, sign. No worries, no worries. That's good. Judge, Mr. Feckety is before the court on 23 CF 2817. At this time, he's going to withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest. This will be adjudication of guilt. 12 months drug offender probation, curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., adjustable for employment purposes, followed by 2 years of probation. That's a total of 3 years of supervision. To be assessed court costs, attend and complete Phoenix House program, bars to bed, 24 hours of community service work. This is not a downward departure, Judge. If my approach, I believe the state is going to follow.
The state will follow the score sheet, Your Honor.
Thank you. State in agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is in agreement.
Okay, Mr. Feckety, is that how you pronounce it, Feckety?
Yes, sir, it is.
Feckety, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and I see it's in the written agreement you signed. Have you read this closely, gone over with your attorney in detail?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering into this, you're waiving the right to go to a trial?
Yes, sir.
It'll be a final adjudication.
Yes, sir.
Are you entering into this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Nobody threatened or coerced you to enter into this?
No, sir.
Okay, based upon that, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on all 5 charges. They're all possession charges, possession of controlled substance. And the court will sentence the defendant to 12 months drug offender probation with a curfew, adjustable for employment purposes, followed by 2 years regular probation, standard fees and costs, attend and complete Phoenix House program, bars to bed. That is a condition of his probation.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't say that exactly in here, but I assume that's what it was. 24 hours community service hours. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions?
I just appreciate you helping me get this rehabilitation for me.
Well,
Thank you.
this is just the beginning for you. The hard work's ahead, and we want you to be successful. Our community wants you to be successful. I know you do too. One day at a time. One
Yes,
day
sir.
at a time. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck.
Judge, this is Condaris Jackson. He's number 51 on the docket. He's before the court on 23 CF 1887. Your Honor, may we approach on this matter?
You may.
2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Okay. Based on sidebar discussion, we'll continue this matter, try and bring it back on jury review, we'll bring it back on jury review, which is the 18th, this Thursday. Hopefully.
What's Thursday's date?
I don't think they have everybody. If it's possible, I have a couple of out-of-custody waivers, if I can address. Say it's okay with that. Number 38, Judge, is Vera Carroll.
We're doing a couple of waivers.
I have one too, Your Honor. I'll take after Mr. Hyman does his.
Okay, thank you.
Is 23
What
CF.
is it?
Vera Carroll, sorry, Judge. Number 38.
38, hold on a second. Okay, go ahead.
Mrs. Carroll, this is a case where I'm trying to, she's a nurse and I'm trying to save her nursing license. If we can set this for, are you okay with the next miscellaneous? Okay. If we can set this for 5 to 16, Judge, I'm hoping to get her here and just wrap it up, Judge.
Okay, we'll continue to 516.
The next that's out of custody, it's a waiver, is Sherry Dorgan, number 42.
Your Honor, can we approach on this case?
Sure.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Based on the recent events, the court will continue this matter for a full cycle. We'll come back on June 6th.
Thank you,
Excuse me,
Judge.
June 10th.
The next one, I think, is Marquand Johnson, number 53 on the dockets. I think that's, here's Mr. Lasco.
Yes.
Yep.
This was the federal.
That's correct. Judge, this defendant pled in federal custody, so the state's filing a null pros.
Okay. Very good.
The next case that I have, Judge, out of custody is Angelica Starkweather, number 55 on the docket.
Right.
She's got a number of cases, 23 CF 19, 23 CF 533, 23 CF 587, and 23 CF 944. She is about done with her rehab facility. I'm anticipating we'll probably come to a resolution next cycle, Judge.
Your Honor, a one-cycle continuance is fine with the state.
I'm sorry, say again?
A one-cycle continuance is fine with the state.
Okay, why don't you pull down that mic for us?
Okay.
Continue. Get a little harder for me to hear.
Yes, sir, I understand.
We'll come back on 610.
And one that I unfortunately skipped over, Judge, number 36 on the docket, Blankenship.
I was going to ask you about that one.
Judge, we set this for status to make sure that Mr. Blankenship met with me on Friday, went over the motion to dismiss. He has gone over that, and I've filed it, and it's been signed and notarized. So if we can set this for 6:10, I'll get that set for a hearing, Judge, and then hopefully we can close it out.
Very good.
And then I just need to speak to Mrs. Farrakis about her.
What about Antonio Clark?
He's also, I need to speak with Mr. Clark.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I'll talk to him too.
What about Michelle Glowa?
Judge, she is out of custody. She was not present on pretrial conference. We had set her for today in the hopes that I'll make contact with her. Unfortunately, we have no contact information for her. We did mail her a letter, but she did bond out recently.
Your Honor, the state's going to ask for a capias.
Court will issue a capias.
Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, if I could take one of my waivers.
Sure.
Travis Gates on behalf of Lamonte King and 22 CF 1781. It should be number 79 on the docket.
Got it.
I think the state has an announcement in that case.
Yes, give me one moment to get to it.
22 CF 1781.
Yes, the state will be announcing a null pros in this case. The basis for that null pros is the victim is uncooperative.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are those all that you have?
All of the waivers I have one more in custody, but I need that one first.
Do you have any waivers, Ms. Farkas?
No, Your Honor, but I have, I think, all the in custody clients. Pretty much.
Do you need more time, or are you ready to go?
No, I'm ready.
Let's go. I did know that you did have quite a few.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens sometimes.
Come here. Good.
Should the state approach too?
That's
Somebody
actually,
from the
he's
state
actually
can approach.
Steve's client. There's a, for some reason that, I know, I'm sorry. For some reason, the clerk still has his name under me, but Steve had a case with you already, Mr. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Medina.
Which one do you want? Okay, the next one.
Whoever's next, yes.
Mr. Cole?
Your Honor, Mr. Cole was actually brought in last week. There are a few of my clients who did appear last week before the storm
Right.
hit, and so Mr. Cole was one of them. So we've actually already done this court appearance. I put in a request for a psych eval of Mr. Cole, and that is pending.
Right.
So I think we'd already set the next court date, actually.
I actually had notes of that saying it had already been continued to 6/12.
Okay.
We'll continue to 6/12.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now,
Okay, what's my next birthday?
June 12th.
Carasso,
Yes, we can address that, Your Honor. Mr. Carasso is wheelchair bound,
right,
and so they did not transport him. I've been told that they do have a vehicle that can transport him, but I get, maybe they need more of a heads up, so I'm not sure. I'm not exactly
heads
thrilled.
up every time.
Yes,
But-
I would agree. I'm not exactly
Have you
thrilled about
got
it,
any
but
communication with him?
Yes, yes, I have.
What is the status, man?
yes, so I can update you on the status. I put in a request for a psych eval of Mr. Carasso on March 20th. I'm waiting for that report. So that's really the only update at this point. I have been in contact with the state on this. So,
Have you stayed in contact with Mr. Carasso?
yes, absolutely.
I mean, we can make special arrangements, but if we're just waiting for the psych eval, him not being here is not, I don't think it's.
Yes, it's not
adversely
crucial.
affecting
He
his
wasn't going to
rights.
be accepting an offer or anything today,
Right.
so.
So we don't necessarily have to make special arrangements if we're still waiting for that. But once we get it, then that's when you got to figure out where we're going.
Yes, Your Honor.
And anything the court has to do as far as, I don't quite understand I understand special accommodation, but if the court needs to do anything, just let me know.
I will, thank you.
Okay. Who is this?
De Lorenzio?
Number 62.
One second, let me get your file out here. Your Honor, this is Mr. De Lorenzio. I had actually filed a waiver for him for last week because I have spoken with him about this case at the jail, and I've also spoken with the state attorney on this one. We have depositions of the alleged, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put the docket numbers. 2023 CF 1858 and 2023 CF 2393. We have depositions scheduled for the alleged victim in docket ending 1858 for May 30th. For all intents and purposes, that's kind of the controlling case. So once we do those
When is it
depots,
scheduled?
May 30th,
Okay.
so we'll have a better
You guys
idea.
will come back on June 12th, next pre-trial. I'll see where things are at.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. See you later. Okay. Your Honor, next up is Talal Donaldson, 2024 CF 0041 and 2022 CF 1610.
He's got a load.
Okay. Would you like the update now? Or we can wait. I think they're bringing him up.
Yeah, you've got room for.
Should you have any waivers or anything that? Yours are all inmates, aren't they?
They are, Your Honor.
Did you, Kim, did you fill out the Easter egg? No, I didn't.
I just didn't know if I could just call that one.
You want to just take a short minute break, or what do you want to do? Are they about here?
I can,
We just have a new transport deputy, so he's learning the process.
That's all right. We'll wait.
I can call somebody else. Oh, okay. I was like, if there's someone else there.
If you have a non-inmate, they could.
We had continued Ivan Araguen, E-R-R-E.
What number is that? Arrowwood?
Yes, 2023 CF 1398. We had continued it for, in the hopes of being able to give him notice because he had been incarcerated in Escambia. I've not been able to get in contact with him. I don't know. I don't have any information.
Your Honor, the state's requesting habeas.
Well, was he put on notice when he got out? What'd you say he was? in Escambia?
Yes, Your Honor, he
Is
had
Still in Escambia?
no, he was released in December.
Okay.
And we continued it in hopes that Ms. Farkas be able to reach out to her client
And I have not been able to.
And I don't see
I
him here.
mean, has he been given notice? That's my only,
I haven't been able to give him notice. I don't know if he was given notice of his February court date when he was released from custody in Escambia.
does he know about, have you ever been in touch with him at all? You haven't had any contact?
No, Your Honor.
Does he have an address on file?
And does not work.
Well, I know, but at least that would be service.
Well, Your Honor, it looks like there is an address on file with the court, and I don't see that it's ever come back. I'm looking to see exactly who it was addressed to.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we continue it until 6/12, but make sure that it's mailed to his address? And if it doesn't, excuse me, 6/10. And if it comes back, then you've met service. Now the state will try to figure out how to
Yes, sir.
do it.
Your Honor, this is Talal Donaldson, 2024 CF 0041 and 2022 CF 1610. The state and I have been discussing the possibility of drug court. Mr. Donaldson has met with Ms. Terry from drug court and spoken with her, and so that's what the defense is at least trying to do. So I believe that he was supposed to go observe drug court. He did. So it was supposed to be on Wednesday and it was moved to Thursday. So he's already observed drug court once. So if we could continue it so that ASA Sharpless and I can
So we just do a full line,
discuss.
full.
Your Honor, I'm in no way guaranteeing he's going to get into
No.
drug court. I haven't spoken with the drug court prosecutor about this case
Well,
yet.
if he's
so-
not, then we need to be moving the case. But right now, we're trying to get it. Let's give it time to get it. But by the next cycle, if it's not in, then we'll proceed otherwise. It is a
Yes,
good program, though. If you can get in, Mr. Donaldson, take advantage
It would
of it.
require some finessing of the situation, so
Okay.
we're talking. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, I think they should be bringing you to observe it. I'll make sure with Miss Terry, okay? See you. Okay. Your Honor, next I believe is Robert Dubois, 2024 CF 174. We have depositions. Hold on. One second, Mr. Dubois. We have depositions scheduled of the alleged victim for May 17th. So if we continue it for one cycle, then we'll have some update after the deposition.
Okay. Continue to 6/12.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dubois has he has filed a demand for a speedy trial. I did not file the demand for a speedy trial.
I did it the day
What is the result of inmate filing with counsel?
I think that it's not valid because he's represented by an attorney.
It's a
so.
nullity. So why don't you explain that to him and sit down and figure out what he needs to do if
Yes,
he
Your
really
Honor.
wants to file for that?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, so the June 12th?
June 12th.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
What's the next one?
We're looking for him to bring him over. He's got something in an unsecure room, so he can't leave that room to bring more over.
Sure.
I gotta bring him over.
Okay. Your Honor, the deputy's letting me know that Mr. Dunham Miller wants to speak with me before we come out,
Okay,
so I can appear on everybody else.
so where are we at?
Oh, they're bringing more over.
Bringing more over from where?
Because they only have so much space to hold them in here, so they're transporting some back, just swapping out.
So how long do we have? A few minutes?
We got,
Should I go?
we're on the first floor, but.
They're on the first floor? So are we gonna, should we take a little break and let them kind of back up a little bit and kind of throw you in?
I can go speak with Mr. Dunham Miller.
Okay.
All rise, please.